I'm here with head coach Kevin Gilmartin. Kevin, you guys are coming off a week in which you played a Division I team. How do you feel your Seahawks did against Central Connecticut last Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge going against a Division I team. I mean, they put out the offer, and we looked at it and we said, yeah, we definitely want to take a shot at that. We want to compete at that next level. They have guys out there with 40 scholarships, and, they're going to be very good. We can't make those little mistakes, and you don't have to be an expert detective like Nancy Drew or anything like that to figure out you can't make those mistakes. When we made the little mistakes, they hurt us, on offense and defense. And so the positive thing that happened is we figured out that we can't make those little mistakes to play against great teams. And hopefully, we'll learn from that. And you'll see as the game progressed, all of a sudden we got rid of those little mistakes. The little mistakes that we were able to get away with against some other teams, now all of a sudden they realize we can't make those mistakes to be a great football team.
The team did put up 400 yards of offense against a pretty fast defense. How does a solid running back and receiving corps really help get those plays against a defense like Central?
I mean, Richie, Dan, Steve, Matt, they are great athletes, and they were confident going against a Division I team. They wanted to do it. They wanted to go after them. But it doesn't happen unless our offensive line produced, and the offensive line produced. We were very proud of how our offensive line did. They're coming together. They're starting to really develop, and because of that, they only gave up one sack. And the quarterback wasn't pressured. Steve was sitting back there looking through the pocket and making some plays, and it's because of what our offensive line is doing. Once our offensive line starts coming together, we talked about that in the beginning of the year, our athletes are going to start making some bigger plays, and that's starting to develop.
All right. Looking ahead, you guys take on not only the best rushing team in the league, but in the nation as well. What is your game plan going into Saturday against Mary Raskob?
Right, we're not going to tell you anything about our game plan. We've done this enough. But they are the number one rushing offense in the nation. They're putting up 375 yards of rushing offense. They run the triple option. They like to run the ball. And we got to try to stop that. But that's statistics. And they're number one in the nation. We were in the top 10 defensively, but we dropped because we played against a Division I team. So our stats went down. But we don't care about the stats. We want to get that win. We got to stop their run game, and hopefully our defense steps up and gets after them.
With 3 games remaining on the schedule, all conference games, how are you getting the team ready for this final push of the season?
Yeah, this is definitely the final push. When we looked at the season at the start, we said, okay, we broke it up into 3 parts, and saying after the Division I game, we got the final third going. And this week is a little bit of a crazy week, and the fact that you come back from a Division I game, and then we're traveling up to Maine come Friday, and in between there's Halloween, so you're gonna have vampires and zombies running around, this week. So it'll be a little bit crazy, but at the same time, this is now it's time where it's playoff time, because we're in a good spot right now where we're undefeated in our conference. We got 3 conference games to go. Every one of these games matter. We lose one of these, and it's over for the playoffs. So it's playoff time.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck on Saturday against Maine Maritime.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You guys just came off a pretty exciting game against a Division I school. How do you guys think you did during that game?
I think we did pretty good. Some aspects of our team, really struggled with the challenges we had. They're a big, fast team. But overall, I was really happy with our effort. People expected us to lose and come out and get, whooped on, but we still fought the whole game.
Size-wise, how do you guys think you matched up against those Division I athletes?
We were definitely a lot smaller than they were, especially in certain positions. Their O-line was pretty big, and then they had some huge receivers.
You guys are getting into your final stretch of the season, your last 3 conference games. How are you feeling going into your last 3 games of the year and getting back into New England Football Conference action?
Well, it's always good to get back into conference play. We always like doing it because it gives us a chance to work toward our final goal, which is conference championship.
Excellent. You guys on the O-line have overcome a lot of adversity this season. Players playing in positions they're not quite used to, overcoming some injuries. Paul, you and Floyd Schaefer are only 2 O-linemen that have played every game this season. How have you guys overcome this adversity to really come together as a unit and play as well as you have?
Pretty well, just because we have such a stiff competition in practice. Mm-hmm. So, when one guy goes down, we have another guy stepping right up to do his job for the best of the team.
Yeah. What are your favorite moments so far this season? What have you really enjoyed so far?
Me, for a whole year, I anticipated it being the MIT game.
Yep.
But the fact that we didn't really, destroy them like I was hoping to for a whole year, I'd have to go with West New England. we really beat them good last year, so I was anticipating them coming out fired up, and we still being pretty good.
My favorite part was definitely the MIT game, just because they took something from us last year, and we at least we got to come out and take it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an exciting game to watch for all of us. Definitely. Thanks, guys, for joining me, and good luck this weekend against Maine Maritime.
Thank you very much.